Happy Thursday, Keto fam. So, I did not do a video yesterday. I'm going to let you know why. You would think after 7.5 years of doing keto, I would know what I'm going to feel like after I've eaten carbs. Okay, so obviously the camping trip did not go as planned. I started strong, but of course I failed miserably, and I paid for it. I seriously paid for it. Yesterday I loaded up on the fat, hoping that I could, get back into some sort of, ketosis or something. My ketones were only reading 0.2, which honestly I was a little surprised. My blood sugars are always in the 70s and 80s. I think the highest they've gone is maybe in the hundreds, and it's usually right after a meal. Right now I am panning up some bacon. What time is it? It is 10:03, and I think what I'm going to try to do is start my day early as far as eating and cut off earlier than I normally do. Normally I only go till about 4 o'clock. Yesterday I stopped eating at 2:30, I believe, and I was fine till this morning. I ended up eating a ribeye, and I'll go ahead and roll the footage of that. My husband might be back. I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage of that. Okay, so it's 30 minutes later because my husband took a long time to get in and out, and he doesn't like to be on recordings, so I'm not going through all the editing process. I'll just stop it and pick up. So bacon is done. Bacon is done. I have over here on my stove, I got my cast iron heating up. I poured some of the bacon grease off of the sheet tray right there into my cast iron. Maybe I can point you down a little bit so you can see. Okay, there's my cast iron. The bacon grease has cooled down, so I need to heat it back up. All right, in the meantime, let's discuss this camping trip. So whenever I go off plan, it's usually a meal. It's never several days, although I have had times where I've gone several days. This time it was about 4 days, and I just don't understand why I do this to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 eggs, and I'll let them just blah, 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 in the bacon grease. Yeah, y'all know what blah, blah, blah means. It cooks in that beautiful liquid gold. And you may be able to hear it in the background. Okay, I'm always going to use Redmond's real salt. And it will appear like I'm putting a lot on, but it's really not that strong. So I've started to cut back a little bit on pepper because I hear it has a lot of oxalates, and I love pepper, so I'm going to just hit it a little bit. I still like it. Anybody else out there Marvel fans? So back to the camping trip. It it started out okay. We were eating bacon and eggs in the morning, and I never strayed. Oh, I lied. I did stray every breakfast except for 2 days, I believe. I had those little white things that you fry up, and they're called home fries. So I think I'm going to do these ones sunny side up. Some of you have already seen how I do my sunny side up, especially if I'm cooking in a lot of bacon grease. I just take the bacon grease and like swish it over the top because I don't like the runny whites. I don't mind a very runny yolk. But I will take the bacon grease and like scoop it over the top. And notice a few things when I go off plan. And this was one that I had not experienced in a very long time, and I'm not so sure what triggered it. It's acid reflux came back with a vengeance. Also, the day I came back, or the day we were packing up to come back, my knee, the inflammation in my knee came back really badly, and it's still hurting today. Not nearly as bad as it did the day that we packed up and came home. Okay, these are about as done as I want them, so I'm going to go ahead and plate them up. And there they are, my sunny sides. Sunny sides up. I have not been tracking. I am just basically getting a lot of fat in, minimal protein, 0 if any carbs the last 2 days. Yesterday I ended up eating the steak of that was the last meal that I ate yesterday. Yesterday I broke my fast, I think it was around 9:30 with some bacon and eggs. And what did I eat? Around noon. I think I had some sausage. And then I cooked the ribeye steak. And you'll see in the video that I cut off a piece of like the fat that was in the middle. And I diced it up and I threw it in my cast iron and started to render that down, and I cooked the steak in that. The only thing I had on the steak was salt. And after I cooked the steak, I took it out and I poured the rendered fat over the top, and let me tell you, it was delicious. Some people who are carnivores may say you're not carnivore. That's okay, that's fine by me. I do use seasonings, and there may be some purist carnivores out there who say that's not carnivore. I still drink black coffee. I am trying to cut back on some coffee, so I could drink a pot of coffee a day. I'm now about a half a pot. I am slowly bringing myself down to possibly 1 cup. And yesterday I did end up making something I have not had in a long time, which is a bulletproof coffee. I haven't had one of those in quite some time. I used about a tablespoon of butter, and this kid in YouTube in these, gotta skip the advertisements or she's in the background screaming, "Nanny TV." I do have Perfect Keto that I've had for a long time. The Perfect Keto collagen that I put about a half a scoop of that in. It's the vanilla. I've had that for a long time. And it was pretty good. There came a time where bulletproof coffee didn't taste good to me anymore. So I figured if I was going to fat it up yesterday to try to, rid myself of some inflammation that I caused myself over those 4.5 days camping, that I needed to increase my fat. I have not been on the scale. I don't plan on getting on the scale till probably next week. I need to pump in the fat, moderate protein. And that's what I'm going to do. So I was not in the right frame of mind yesterday to send you guys a video. So this one will go out today. I will be back next week to see. I have no idea how much I weigh. I may get on the scale tomorrow to get a gauge. I did not want to discourage myself by getting on the scale yesterday because I knew it was going to be bad. It always is, always has been. So that's it, guys. Yeah, camping fail, big time camping fail. And my intentions were to be good. And it's really hard to do when you're the only one. It's not an excuse. I should have better willpower than that. Because I do it every single day at home. I am the only one in my house that eats this way. And there's 4 of us here. So there really is no excuse. Obviously, I wanted to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And now I am suffering the consequences of it. So here we are, trying to get back on. All right, I noticed I had some new subscribers. Thank you guys for coming in and checking out my chaotic keto journey, carnivore, ketovore, the works. So thanks guys for coming in. I'll see you next week. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, guys, to get my videos back out there. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye.